Welcome to Scrum Masters Elite _UK. Sign up to explore strategies, opportunities, and lessons from sports.
What caught my attention the most is Megan Jones taking on the role of captain in this comeback. When a team has just reached the pinnacle of world football, the pressure is no longer about winning, but about continuing to prove that the victory wasn't a one-time event. For Jones, this is certainly a huge challenge. Not only does she need to maintain her personal performance, but she also has to unite a squad undergoing significant personnel changes. I imagine her feeling now is like standing atop a high mountain. The path ahead is no longer clear. And the task is to hold her position while all eyes are on her. Jones being positioned as an outside centre and paired with Helena Rowland in midfield also indicates that the coaching staff is seeking a balance between creativity and control. This makes me think about how a top team constantly adjusts tactics to adapt. In sports, victory is never the end, it is merely a foundation for the next set of adjustments. Without innovation, a team is quickly figured out.
This is a very clear lesson that I feel applies to life itself. Any success must be continuously renewed, or it risks becoming a burden. Players like Amy Cochrane and Alex Matthews bring a sense of stability, while younger players such as Lily Ives Campion and Maddie Funati represent energy and breakthroughs. This makes me realize that a strong team is not a group of identical high-performing individuals, but a harmonious combination of generations, of experience and ambition. In particular, Claudia Maloney MacDonald getting a rare starting opportunity due to Abby Dow's absence is something that made me reflect deeply. In sports, opportunities sometimes arise not because you are the first choice, but because circumstances open a gap. The important question is whether you are ready to seize it when it appears. This reflects a very real truth. We cannot fully control when opportunities arrive, but we can prepare ourselves so as not to miss them. Another point that touched me is the list of players absent due to pregnancy, such as Zoe Stratford, Lark Atkin-Davies, Abby Ward, and Rosie Gallagher.
It reminds me that behind elite athletes are people with personal lives, choices, and journeys of their own. Their temporary absence from the field is not a loss, it is a natural part of life. This humanizes the sporting landscape, making it more relatable, and reminds me to see athletes not just as winning machines but as complete individuals. I feel this is a very interesting yet challenging period for the England women's team. Being champions, every opponent will study them closely, and every mistake will be magnified. Fans' expectations are higher, sometimes becoming an invisible pressure. This makes me wonder, are we, as fans, placing too heavy a burden on these athletes? Or can we learn to support them more patiently, accepting transitional and experimental phases? Personally, the lesson I take away is that success is not the final destination but the starting point of a tougher cycle. Before achieving something, we can afford to experiment and make mistakes. But once success is achieved, every move is scrutinized, and maintaining that position becomes far more difficult than reaching it.
This makes me realize that I need to prepare mentally for the post-success phase, not just focus on achieving the goal. Moreover, I've also learned that change is inevitable. Even a team that has just won the World Championship must adjust its lineup, give opportunities to new faces, and accept the absence of key players. This is like life itself, no state is permanent. Flexibility and adaptability are what determine sustainability. For fans, perhaps the biggest lesson is to view sports more holistically. It's not just about winning or losing, but about the journey, the stories behind the pitch, and the people with their own choices. Understanding this makes following a team far more meaningful, as we are not just cheering for results, but accompanying the entire process.
Thank you for being part of Scrum Masters Elite _UK, where every victory is just a new beginning.